Hey, it's Derek Hugel again with Wolf Industries Inc. and today we're talking about flooring. In this video, we're going to cover laminate, sheet vinyl, and LVP. We've got durability, how they install, thickness, wear layers, and so forth. So let's get started. So right out of the gate, people focus on cost. And with each one of these products, your sheet vinyl, laminate, and LVP, we can get inexpensive of each one, or we can get expensive of each one. And they all have their perks and pluses and minuses, so we're gonna hone in on those. Inexpensive sheet vinyl, inexpensive laminate, inexpensive LVP. So the second thing we want to focus on is looks. Face it, people want it to look good. And we're across bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, living rooms. We are putting this product through everything. So we want a product that is good no matter where we put it. If we look at this laminate, you've got a hard, dense surface that's very smooth and there's no grain undulation. The prints, they've gotten quite a bit better, but then when you compare it to the LVP, look at this grain and how it pops out at you. That stuff is pretty good for looks, and you have the individual planks showing on the seams. Then you go to the sheet vinyl down here, and look how thin this is. There's not enough material here to give the enhanced grain look. They've got it from a visual perspective, the print on the background, but it just does not have the grain standing out. Okay, number 3 is durability. We want to make sure we pick a product that's going to last for the kitchen, living, bedroom, and hallways of your home. So with durability comes waterproofness, and you see all kinds of warranties of waterproof, life-proof, seam, water resistant. Like, what's the reality of what we should be focusing on? And when it comes down to it, look at this. Sheet vinyl is one homogeneous piece of sheet vinyl, and there is no seams. There is no water getting through this product as long as it's put down correctly and there's no holes or nails or cuts or scrapes. These products, on the other hand, the LVP and the laminate, no matter what you do, you're always going to have a seam where these come together. But then the problem with LVP is if it gets warm, it expands, just like PVC and whatever those vinyl bases that are in it. If you get heat to it, it's going to expand, and then over time it's going to contract. So you have issues with those end joints delaminating and coming together. When water gets introduced, you all know what a sponge does when it takes on water. It swells up and expands. Laminate is the same thing with this particle press board wood part. So if it's not in a bathroom or a kitchen, laminate performs nicely. It is water resistant, you know, if you wipe up the mess within a short period of time, but any extended periods of water, you're going to swell up and bloat on the laminate flooring. The nice thing on LVP, on the other hand, is you get water through that, nothing's going to happen. You'll be able to take these boards up, dry the floor out, put the boards back down, and you'll be back in business. The second part of durability is the wear layer. You've got thin or thick, depending on what product you buy. You can buy a thin sheet vinyl or thick, thin or thick LVP, or thin or thick laminate. The durability on the LVP, luxury vinyl plank, is fairly good. It's got a soft-ish surface that self-heals to a degree. If you take kind of a scratch like that, dog, piece of furniture, whatever, you wipe that off, get it wet with your finger, and over time it ends up self-healing to a degree where it kind of fades out and you don't see it as much. You get the sheet vinyl, you do the same thing and you make a cut, and if it's too deep, you're going to get it going through the surface because this is just that thin. You want to make sure that you keep your floors well protected when you have sheet vinyl, a little more concerned over that thickness. And then you have laminate, which has a very dense surface, and it's just clacky and hard. It is so dense that if you scratch it, again, depending on which quality you buy, there's some low-end stuff and high-end stuff. Each has an Achilles heel. You've got the laminate, right, that's got wood swelling up like sponges. You've got the LVP, dark colors in front of a sliding glass door that's going to take on heat and expand. That gives us problems. Or you got the sheet vinyl, say you got a sharp chair leg or some furniture, putting some cuts or scratches in this. Each one is not perfect, but we want to pick the best option for what we're dealing with. Okay, so when it comes to install, this is LVP, and just like any of our click together products, don't consider this a tutorial by any means, but you're going to drop these in like this, and away you go. You just keep booking your way across the room, building out distances as you go. The nice thing with LVP though, they'll use a speed square and they will cut this with a knife, and then they'll snap it like that when they get to the edge of the wall. Key difference with laminate is you cannot cut that like that. It doesn't score and snap. But speaking of laminate, you're going to click this together the same way. Wood product drops in. Because it's thicker, generally it's easier to find that groove and click it in, so it's not too shabby. Sheet vinyl, same thing. You're just going to sand the whole floor, get all your glue prepped, roll it out, take a big roller, roll it across to work any of the bubbles out, and staple the edges to make sure it doesn't peel up. With LVP, a lot of times the pad will come attached. On laminate, often you gotta buy it separate and put it down. Bonus, noise. Many of you know and been around laminate, it's a lot noisier than you have with the LVP. So LVP, it soaks up, it's a lot more dense, it takes that noise and diffuses it. Hey, so the Wolf pick is in, and it's gonna be either sheet vinyl or LVP. The reason is because of water. We've got front doors, you're walking in with wet feet, you've got kitchen sinks, you've got showers, and that water is just pesky. We wanna make sure and keep your place as dry and waterproof as possible, so we went with the more water resilient, resistant, waterproof options. For DIYers, this LVP is gonna be your best bang for your buck. Ease of install, waterproof, watertight, water resistant. If you're on an absolute budget, go with the sheet vinyl. They have a lot of good prints out there for good economic value. So in this video, we covered sheet vinyl, laminate, LVP, the differences, the pluses, and all the nuances to them. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun to share, and look forward to catching you on the next video. Please comment below. We read them. We want ideas on what to do next and what you guys are curious about. Subscribe today and be sure and follow us on all our adventures here at Wolf Industries, and we'll see you on the next video.